Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the weekend edition of the Sports Pad Podcast.
You forgot social, you idiot, and you also forgot me, Cobra!
Well, to be fair, it is early. Yeah, I ain't gonna be social about it, especially because it's the holiday season.
Oh, God, the music is starting.
Yeah,
Carrie.
All she wants for Christmas is dudes. But anyway, basically, yes, this is the start of the holidays, and we definitely started everything out this week with the Thanksgiving games. I am your host, Ricky. As you heard, there is Cobra, there is Ben. Our guests today are Billy and Alex in the weekend edition of the Social Sports Pad Podcast.
I made a jalapeno popper dip for y'all to enjoy.
Cobra,
but they can't eat the words. They can't taste it. They can't enjoy it. Bruh, why are you gonna do? I'm gonna seriously. Fights about to break out. Why? Because it's the holidays. Holidays are definitely fights breaking out amongst family.
Yeah, all for that Cabbage Patch Kid.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
So, basically, again, the games on Thursday. We had the Packers beating the Lions,
Who saw that
making
coming?
them look like bums.
We didn't see that coming.
Yep, the Dallas Cowboys making the Commanders look like what every NFL team pretty much has been doing to the Commanders this year, making them look like bums. And then the 49ers making the Seahawks look like the Huddle Seahawks.
And then
Friday,
on Black Friday.
Friday, a game that was definitely not as exciting as a fight breaking out in your local mall. The Miami Dolphins beating the New York Jets. So that's where we're gonna start with us five tonight. Is we're gonna talk about anything that really came out, popped, and surprised us about the games that currently have played. So basically, the order of operation today is going to be when it's all five of us is going to be Ben, Billy, Alex, Cobra, and then myself. And then when Billy and Alex give their five, their 5-pack.
The 5 games they're looking forward to, and the 5 games looking forward to, and the results.
No.
Oh, I'm a little off on that one.
Yes, you are. You're a little off. Basically, because you missed last week. Basically, these aren't games that we're looking forward to. These are games where Vegas got it wrong. Where we definitely think okay, the spread's a little bit too thin, or the spread's a little bit too wild. There might be even upset specials.
Nice.
So definitely letting Alex and Billy kind of serve them up to get over our hangovers. So,
I've been serving up.
I've been listening to Weird Al.
Oh God! So basically, Billy's got some wonderful predictions stemming from Weird Al.
Of Weird Al and fucking Slayer.
Okay.
So he is daring to be stupid while it's raining blood. Gotcha.
Yep, absolutely.
It's always raining blood in volunteer land.
Dare to be stupid.
All right.
It's so easy to do.
Before things get off the rails already, we are not even 3 minutes into this podcast. I've not even gone through what we're going to handle today. All right. So,
damn it,
and then finally, after Billy and Alex give us their bold predictions, not going to lie, upsets are very bold. But with that, and then afterward, we are going to launch a new segment here where we talk about coaches that are on the hot seat. These are our pink slip pack. Just like our Tankman on Tuesday nights, these guys will just be 5 coaches that we think are going to be packing for a new job come Black Monday. So,
Can I add something to this?
All right. So, basically, we're going to go into our surprises from the holiday games. Ben, go ahead and start us off. Give us one surprise that you saw on that, and it could be a player, it could be it could be a team.
All right, so I'm gonna go with two surprises in the same game. How about how Jared Goff coughed up the football and the Packers
Judges
winning?
are already fired.
That's just insane that the Packers beat the Lions. The Lions look like they're on a downslide offensively right now.
Okay. All right. So Billy, go ahead and give us our surprise.
Tim Boyle throwing a 99-yard pick six.
That was the most Jets thing ever done, Billy. That was a great pick. Great pick.
Yes.
On that one. That was more Jets than the butt fumble.
Yeah, that play made me fucking scream. Like, I knew. I was sensing it. So I decided to torture Kevin and DJ with Booty Pop 2. Anyway.
Oh, no. Okay,
Okay,
Billy.
so Alex,
which,
go
by the way,
ahead.
follow Billy on Twitch.
No. Follow Billy on... Subscribe to my YouTube channel where I do fucking random bullshit. Like, tonight, I'm gonna be
okay. That's all we can. That's all
enough
we
plug.
Enough
Enough
Hey, I
plugging.
gotta get my shit. in there.
No butt plugging. I mean, what?
What?
That's what?
What?
Said.
Alex.
Alex, what were you surprised about?
Are the Packers offense real? What was that performance on Thursday against the Lions? Where has this been all season? Are the Lions fraudulent?
Yeah, I mean, not gonna lie. Yeah, the Lions have tended to disappear at times, and recently something is just feels kind of golf with them.
Oh,
So-
Goff, you a question?
I mean, no, I mean, not gonna lie. Like Goff right now, he has been imploding almost as bad as a submarine going down to see the Titanic. But
Oh,
Don't you see
no.
Hunting Red October?
it just again, it's just that is a absolute implosion.
Speaking of red, how about the absolute shellacking of the Commanders?
Was that really a surprise though?
No. But again, the Commanders did give them at least a little bit of a fight, in the first quarter. Then all of a sudden they quit faster. They quit faster. You could say Vontae Davis.
I just want to make a shout out. Thank
No,
you, Cowboys, for getting Jack Del Rio fired.
Cobra.
And our defensive tackle
Won't
was
change
fired.
shit. Yes, Billy.
Don't you mean they quit so badly they quit like AB?
Oh,
Yeah, yep.
I mean, okay,
Stripped off
so
the jersey, strip off the gloves. They out. Peace. Go see the Knicks.
We'll kind of, we'll talk about departures later on. That definitely reminds me of the, of the segment later on. But yeah, like for me, I am saying my surprise is the amount of pick sixes that we had during these 4 games.
Yep.
We had 4 pick sixes.
A pick six for almost every single person in here, by the way.
Pretty much, because we had.
Hey, those were giveaways.
Well, actually, what even, if you want to, and actually to kind of amend that, we have defensive touchdown. It is a defensive touchdown Oprah going on because Green Bay.
Touchdown
Green
extravaganza.
Green Bay had that fumble recovery, the scoop 6. Then Howell had his pick 6 to Bland, who got set the NFL record.
The blandest of pick sixes.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, hey, it's the Commanders. Everything is bland there.
Facts.
And then Brock Purdy throwing a pick 6 to Seattle, and then Miami and New York both getting the pick 6,
including the greatest pick 6, the 99-yarder
No,
Beautiful.
the
No, I did not see a video of that.
greatest pick six is done by James Harrison in the Super Bowl. Thank you very
I haven't
much.
seen.
Fuck
pick
you,
six yet.
James Harrison.
But still,
I should
that
totally
is
watch it.
definitely the greatest pick six.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
All right, so basically at this time, Billy and Alex, Billy has kind of chosen to defer to Alex on this in our pregame of his going first. But Alex, it is your time to shine. Go ahead and pick 5 games that you feel are Vegas done wrong.
Number one, can we talk about how the Patriots are 4-point favorites over the Giants with both horrendous offenses who can't play for anything, with Mac Jones and Tommy DeVito struggling immensely, and the quarterback room in New England is atrociously bad. They just somehow waved Will Greer after he vanished off the face of the earth. Billy Zappi can't throw for anything, and Mac Jones seems to throw balls to the defense. Every play he gets the ball in his hand, so how the hell are they 4-point favorites against a Giants team that has a bad defense, a bad offense, and a coach that's in question right now in Brian Dable?
Well, let me add to that. I just saw something pop up on my phone. Apparently, they've been practicing both Zappy and
Cunningham.
Yeah,
There have been some lobbies for Cunningham to be the starting quarterback. And
they're
you know,
talking about Mac Jones and Zappy doing dual threat.
That's all.
oh god,
That's
that never works. I mean,
Ask Carolina.
I was gonna say ask the Jets when they had Tebow.
Because they took dual practices during the first team's practice.
Well,
Well,
the most recent
that's-
example is Carolina.
Not gonna lie, that definitely stinks of desperation.
That's it.
Yeah. Now the thing about it is, definitely New England being 4-point favorites, especially with that defense. The Giants, if you remember last week, they came off a
Bless you.
7 turnover game.
Yeah.
So that defense has been a lot better than the entire team dictates.
Yep.
Sorry.
So, bless you. But again, with the way this team is going, they gave it to Miami a little bit, in that first half.
They always give it to Miami in the first half.
No, I'm talking about the Giants.
Yeah.
But, again, this defense is a lot more stout than Vegas is letting on. The team as a whole sucks. But, that defense, I'm definitely giving them a lot of credit. I mean, especially against, this New England.
They remind me of the Arizona Cardinals in the beginning of this season.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's
They
the best way to
definitely
describe it.
fighting.
They're fighting at least.
All right, number 4, Alex.
Going with the Steelers being 2.5-point favorites on the road into Cincinnati, with both offenses seem to have been struggling and improving, but obviously up and down to get the ball rolling. Kenny Pickett seems to be questionable with not the answer in Pittsburgh, with Mike Tomlin being kind of like warming up in the hot seat a little bit because they're not really doing well at all. And the Bengals.
It's time for the Steelers to move on from Mike Tomlin.
And with the Bengals, they have a second-string quarterback. Jack Browning has never played a snap in the NFL, has never started a game, and he's going against one of the toughest defense in the league with T.J. Watt, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and this team that has been off the chains with defense. And I just don't see why the Steelers are favored by a touchdown, maybe even 14 points, with how the Bengals are starting a quarterback that has never touched an NFL field ever to start with. Obviously, Joe Burrow out with that wrist injury. So this is going to be an ugly, ugly game for Cincinnati today. And I don't think Pittsburgh's going to win by 2.5 points.
Bengals have a better defense than you think, and definitely the Steelers are going to have a huge difficulty, especially considering.
Yeah, it's gonna feel to me like an old time football.
I'm also surprised they're not starting AJ McCarron, considering McCarron has NFL
Well,
experience. But
well,
that's
I mean,
just me.
McCarron on his second stint with Cincy.
Yes, but I'm saying because
Just
he has NFL experience, that's why I'm saying that's scratching my head a little bit. You're just throwing someone who's never had a snap in the NFL to the fire.
Mr. Browning played almost the entire fucking game last week against Baltimore.
So
And they
let's
were,
be
and,
real, though,
and
here.
Baltimore didn't absolutely destroy them. That game was closer than you would expect.
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely see why 2.5, only because the Vegas respecting the Cincinnati defense, and basically, okay, this is only well, I mean, they also probably made these with Matt Canada still as the offensive coordinator.
Most likely.
Well,
So
the only reason
Thank
that-
God that asshole's gone.
Okay, ag rule. The only reason that Cincinnati was still in that Thursday night game is because everybody in Baltimore kept getting injured. Like legit.
It's
an inch or a mile. Winning is winning.
It did
Nah, I don't know
start.
about AJ McCarron.
that whole stadium started sounding like Twisted Metal kill sound effects.
Yeah, it's
Can I
basically
add on
like,
about AJ
oh, what are
McCarron?
you going to sacrifice today? Your arm or your leg? Oh, how about both?
Fair.
It started looking
all right.
like Fear and Hunger.
Number
Oh,
three.
God.
Add
not
on
that
to
fucking
AJ
game.
McCarron real quick.
That the Colts are 3-point favorites at home against the Bucks that have looked really good recently with Baker Mayfield really showing out that he's the answer in Tampa. After Tom Brady retired, everyone doubted him in the offseason. Everyone said he wasn't going to do well. He is playing off the walls. The Colts were questionable recently with Gardner Minshew, and that quarterback room is kind of iffy because Richardson, is hurt. Minshew has not looked that good recently. So this could be a closer game than we think it is. And I think it will come down to the last 3 minutes, the 3 o'clock hour, which red zone is the witching hour. When Winston loses the wins. And I think the Colts might get it done today if Gardner Minshew can actually run the ball and get the ball out of his hands without getting hit with that tough Buccaneers defense. Give me the Colts with the 3-point favorites at home.
I dispute your Baker Mayfield is the answer in Tampa Bay answer. I unfortunately think that he is a bridge quarterback. I also think that the Colts and the Bucks are playing with bridge quarterbacks right now. So this is a toss-up to me.
Well, I mean, the Colts, at the beginning of the year, they were not expecting Gardner Minshew to be
The starter.
playing.
They were expecting AR-15. That's what they were expecting.
I mean, nobody. Nobody. Me was saying that AR-15 going down because
You're naming
I
tree.
mean, I was already predicting he was going to have an RG.
Yeah, because he said you're going to kill it. You're going to kill this quarterback.
Yep, and
Yeah,
pretty
because
much they
Jim
have.
Irsay
But,
Yes.
the head
AR-15 is another RG3.
Yeah.
Or Andrew Luck.
All right.
Go ahead, Billy. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Before
That's
I
wrong.
was treated like a second-class civilian, Jim Irsay basically has his head shoved up his own ass. He's just licking
To be fair, that's billionaires for you.
Yeah, pretty much. They don't know anything.
It's me. I done nothing wrong because I have all the money. That's it.
because
Yeah. Okay.
how I got arrested
but
in
enough of
2014,
that.
It's because of
Yeah.
white people.
Billy.
Billy. Hey. Cool
like,
it.
Yo.
Cool it,
I'm about
brother.
to get you a ban from these.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
There is a
number 2.
time and a place. Alex, go. Number 2.
The Broncos are 2-point favorites at home with a struggling Russell Wilson. Now, don't get me wrong. The Broncos offense has looked good recently, but there's a lot of questions with their offense still. And that defense is kind of on and off with playing well. And the Browns have improved, but still, I don't think Julian Robinson-Johnson is doing anything good for that Browns team because honestly, he's a rookie quarterback and he has a kind of an iffy offense. So I'm not too shocked that Denver's favoring this game at home by 2 points. I think it's just going to be a one-sided affair at Denver. If Russell Wilson can really get the rock moving the first half of this game, they could easily win by 20, maybe 25 points. If Cleveland cannot stay in it like they did last week against Pittsburgh, I just don't see it happening.
To be fair to Denver, both this hot streak that they're currently on has been primarily because of luck. The Bills' victory they had was definitely because of luck, stupidity on the Bills' side of the ball. So
You sure about that?
yes,
You sure about that?
a lot of stupid
Yes,
mistakes
like-
by Buffalo. A lot of stupid mistakes by Buffalo. Yes.
Well, I'm
Man,
going
on
to say
the
some
field.
mistakes are stupid and some are forced. All right. And basically, Denver, ever since they beat by Miami, all right, they've woken up.
Yeah.
All right. You saw that with the comeback against the Bears. You saw that with the first play on both the Bills and the Vikings were fumbles recovered by the defense.
Yes.
All right. This defense is on lockdown right now.
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be a defensive struggle game
I agree
on
with that.
both sides. Probably reminiscent of the Steelers versus the Browns last week.
I agree with that. I'm not saying you're wrong.
No, you're saying that it's all luck. All right.
No, I
It's
said
not-
it was luck and stupidity.
Jesus.
But again, it's
Andrew,
not.
The defense
See,
is
luck
capitalizing
and
on that. The defense is capitalizing on that.
Alex.
So
okay,
that
okay.
isn't, so understand that. The defense is they are seeing their opportunity. That's what a good defense does! Facts!
Okay.
All right. I'm
Okay,
just saying
okay.
you're poo-pooing. You're poo-pooing for the sake of poo-pooing, dude. You know, okay. You know, like you're like, okay, Denver's not playing good. They're just playing lucky. All right. I don't get if it's good or anything. Winning is winning in the NFL, gentlemen.
All I'm saying
All
is
right.
luck eventually runs out. All I say.
Minnesota.
Okay.
Facts.
That's what you guys could
Andrew
all
Luck.
say.
Facts.
But we don't need to go on this fucking tangent. Alex, what's your number one?
We're
We
going
are
to tomorrow night's game, Bears, Vikings, primetime television, with the Vikings 3-point favorites in US Bank Stadium. But what the hell happened to them last week with Josh Dobbs? What was that? Why did the offense implode on national television last week? And the Bears are not any better. This is going to be a on and off game of offenses. I don't know what's going to happen in this game, but the Vikings might have an edge if Josh Dobbs can find his footing. And I don't know what's happening with the Bears because Tyson Bagent is like not that good.
Fields came back. Fields came back last week, and
So-
he had a very good game against the Lions.
So you
but-
want to explain? You want me to explain what happened to the Vikings offense? 3 words. It's the Vikings.
No, I think it's more or less the mile high air.
That also could have played a factor into it as well. A change of altitude can affect conditions of the game, especially athletics.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I mean, it's defense. All right, Denver's defense has been a different animal again. Basically, different argument, same thing. All
Second
right?
verse, same as the first.
You
Now
know,
put me on a plane so I can put
basically,
them in a hearse.
Broncos have locked down on quarterbacks, forced mistakes, changed their looks, whatever. The Bears are not the Broncos. Absolutely not.
Oh no,
All right.
their defense
I
isn't
mean,
as stout. Definitely.
As much as yes, I agree with Alex that definitely Vegas got it wrong on the spread. I definitely see this as a higher spread because the Bears don't have the defense that the Broncos do. The Bears do not know how to win. All right, and basically this is going to be a huge everybody just turn the game off at 9:30 and go to bed.
Yeah, because the Bears only know one thing they do nowadays, and that is rev up them tax boys. That's all they know how to do. They're stuck.
All right, so
If you have to rebuild, you have to know how long you have to rebuild.
Well, then again, they have Carolina's pick.
yeah,
But even so,
You know,
Even so,
you can, you can.
you
don't
can
have to
dig up, stupid. Don't keep burying yourself into a hole. Dig up, stupid. Seriously, has no one told the Bears this? Shit.
I mean, the Bears just don't know how to do anything.
It's the McKeskies.
All right, so basically, moving on to Billy, go ahead. Basically, what is your number 5?
Number 5 is Indy and Buck and Tampa. I think Tampa has the slight advantage because honestly, I do not trust Indy that much. They fucking waived Shaq Leonard, and I feel like Baker Mayfield is gonna kind of slice and dice this defense.
The Bucks do have a better defense as well.
Yeah, that as well.
But hey, this definitely of the games has the best chance for upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Maybe that's why it's so. And this is ranked low on Billy's list.
Yep.
All right, number 4, Billy.
Jacksonville versus Houston.
There you go. Now we got something different.
I will say this. I think Houston has the advantage in this with their momentum.
Yeah,
Momentum is a big factor in these games. Big Mo.
Number 3, I have to say Rams Cardinals. I say Rams completely dominate this game because they have them as a 3-point favorite. I think it's going to be more.
I buy that.
I definitely as well. They got the return of Kyron Johnson. I mean, even if Kyron Johnson is on a pitch count, he was a full participant in practice all week. When he went injured in the game against the Cardinals, when he went down before he went to IR, he had I think 175 yards and a touchdown. So this is gonna be I think Vegas kind of let things go down the way they are because they think Stafford's a little bit more hurt than they're letting on. But
I think Stafford's done. I think he's done after this year.
I mean,
he's got his ring. He's got his money. Let him go.
Yeah, I mean, send him out back. Yeller style.
Number 2, Billy.
Oh, Yeller.
Bills and Eagles. And I will say this. The Eagles are the most fraudulent 9-1 team.
Thank you.
Green Bay Packers.
A
couple years ago, Aaron Rodgers.
No.
1 and lost.
Steelers.
Can I go off?
Yeah,
go ahead, Billy. Go, cook.
The Eagles are basically the most fraudulent team in the entire NFL. It's because they played weak competition. And you may say, "Oh, they beat Kansas City. Oh, they beat
Are we
Kansas
talking about the
City."
Eagles here?
Yeah, we're talking about the Eagles. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that they're fraudulent. That they're frauds.
Let Billy
Cowboys.
cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook, Connie, man.
Let's reboot. Before we reboot, go ahead, Billy.
You should be fucking dominating the fucking Commanders, and yet you kept them into the game. And you lose to fucking Zach Wilson and the Jets. Yeah, you don't deserve my respect. You deserve to go 6 feet under deep in the Mariana Trench to drown.
You also deserve to be on that certain list with EDP, but this is Philly.
Where did the Eagles touch you?
It's where did the Eagles?
It's the Eagles. It's the worst fan base in history of the world. Part 1.
Man, I had a rough night, and basically Billy's had a rough night, and he hates the fucking Eagles.
Yeah,
but
here's the thing.
Basically Billy's argument with the Commanders letting them in, it's a divisional game.
Well, it's letting them in, but they also should just kick the living shit out of Zach Wilson and the Jets, and they lost.
We've also talked about the Eagles so many times about how this offense is definitely different from the Eagles of last year. The Eagles last year would have absolutely destroyed everybody. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
the
I'm not
Eagles this
denying-
year is just something is definitely wrong with their pacing. All right.
Exactly.
But
I don't think they're pretenders.
yeah, I don't call them frauds.
I
They're not the
see that.
Cowboys. But
Yeah, the Cowboys, they're pretenders.
Oh, of course,
all their
because
wins have
they dropped
come against.
they dropped 30
Go ahead.
they dropped 45 points against a bunch of plumbers and college scouts.
All their wins have come against all teams that don't have a winning record.
No.
Same
All
like
right.
Okay.
Miami.
Same with the Dolphins.
Exactly.
Well, going back to it, kind of. I kind of where you think like Buffalo might beat Philly. I kind of am the opposite. Buffalo is that hurt. Philly has avoided the injury bug this year. And right now, like instead of going with AJ Brown, it's the Devonta Smith show.
No,
in
it's still
Philly
the
right
AJ
now.
Brown show.
He's not even leading the league in reception yards anymore.
I only had one catch last week.
Like
So-
Tyreek Hill caught up to him.
Yeah. Anyway, you're number one, Bill.
It's gonna be Titans and Panthers.
The toilet game of the year.
Rev
This
'em up, boys.
this game should just be dead even because I just feel like this is gonna result in a 0-0 tie.
Right.
Oh.
Yep. I feel you on that one, Billy. That game to me does not inspire much confidence. No, not even a blowout excitement from the Titans to get me excited. Because the Titans have played badly.
Why,
The Panthers played badly. It just
gentlemen?
Hey, Cobra,
Why are we still
you know what
here?
it does inspire? It inspires a good bowel movement.
Oof.
yeah.
Why?
No. What it inspires me to do is hit the showers with our lovely sponsor, Dr. Squatch.
Why
you
are
know.
we? Why are we still here? Just
I
the
mean,
stuff.
I mean, we're giving them more playtime than their local channels are going to be. Basically, this is the game where there is no TV in America that's going to be turned on to this game.
Yeah, it's gonna head right to the PBA league.
The only
So-
TV that's going to be on this game is going to be the states of Tennessee, South Carolina, and North Carolina.
Yeah, but mainly the point and laugh.
All right. I mean, yes, watching Mike Vrabel fight for his job. And speaking of that, guys, basically introducing a new segment to this show, going toward the last few weeks. As it is the holiday season. We just had Black Friday. So basically, we're getting ready for the NFL's own Black Holiday, Black Monday, where wonderful jobs the Monday after the last week of the season.
Yep.
So in that vein, along with our Tankman segment on Tuesday nights, on this weekend show, we're gonna kind of not really rev up our tanks, but we're getting the ink ready for these pink slips for these 5 coaches. Kind of the
and obviously these teams also need to clean up, so
Yep,
they need
they
to head
need
to our
get a
affiliate
clean
sponsor,
slate.
Duke Cannon Supply.
So Duke Cannon Soap, definitely getting these teams a nice clean bill of health, and I mean,
wash off that stink.
yeah, wash off that stink of
It's
the
either-
failure of these
Yep.
coaches.
Yep.
So
Always bet on Duke.
right.
Link is in the description.
It's,
in our
it's
Spotify
either
down
Duke
below.
Cannon or Dr. Squash. You decide.
I mean, hey, or do both. Hey, why not?
Or do both. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
I-
both
somebody,
are- both are-
somebody's team's got to do a second pass. I'm
Yes.
just saying.
Somebody needs a deep clean.
Yep.
Okay, a little
All
power
right.
wash.
All right.
So, how we're going to go with this is Ben, Billy, Alex, Cobra, and then myself. Basically, you will give me 5 coaches that you think are going to be moving on from their teams at the end of the season.
And they
But
there is a reminder. Josh McDaniels has already been fired, so he's already removed off the list. And no coordinators, right, Ricky?
Yep. Basically, we will not talk about any coordinators. We are only talking about top dogs. Yeah, I mean, some coordinators have already been fired. Ken Dorsey of the Buffalo Bills, Matt Canada, offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers, Jack Del Rio of
defensive coordinator of the Washington Commanders.
Yep, I mean, basically,
and defensive back coach as well.
I didn't know his name, so I didn't write him down.
I mean, like, seriously, yeah.
Not a coordinator.
And basically, they don't count as anybody. I mean, what team would what team would hire a position coach to a head position? Washington.
To give him more experience.
Yep. All right.
So, Ben, basically 5 coaches that you think are going to, and also, on that note, also, Cobra, thank you for reminding me. Antonio Pierce is not on this list.
Yep.
Interim coach. Anybody. He is an interim coach, so therefore,
disqualified.
Yeah, he is disqualified from it. Because he's already moving on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, probably if Mark Davis is smart. If he's smart, but this is Mark Davis.
He's not smart. So Antonio Pierce is going to go somewhere where he'll actually be respected.
Facts.
Ben, go ahead. Number 5.
Number 5, Bill Belichick. He's going to have a mutual agreement to leave the team.
Number 4.
Number 4. This is where I gotta put my thinking cap on. Who is going to be the 4th one here? Let's go with the Chicago Bears coach.
Eberflus.
There we go. I don't know these guys' names.
Eberflush.
Number 3.
Number 3. Let's go with. This is where it starts getting a little tougher. Let's go with the Chargers coach.
Staley.
Yeah, Staley. Yeah. Staley. Yep.
Number 2.
Number 2. Yeah, this is where it definitely gets harder.
I mean, basically, it's hard not to pick somebody as your number 1. I know what your number 1 is.
As much as I want to say the Giants, I think they're going to stick around one more year with the coach. I'm going with the Cardinals coach.
Gannon.
Yeah.
Say 1 year is it? Okay.
Yeah, he's gone.
And number 1.
Number 1, Ron Rivera. They're going to have a mutual agreement to be gone at the end of the year. He'll probably accept a position in house to help manage the team.
Right.
All right, Billy. Number 5.
Mike Vrabel.
All right.
Number 4.
Number 4. Belichick.
All right. Number 3.
Number 3, Matt LaFleur.
Of Green Bay.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Brandon Staley.
And number 1.
Frank Wright.
Ooh, nice. All
okay.
Right.
Alex, number 5.
Jonathan Gannon
of the Cardinals. Number 4. Sorry.
I'm gonna have to go to bed right now.
Billy, have a good night, sir.
Have a good night. You worked late. Thank you, man.
No problem.
Appreciate you coming in.
Yep.
No problem.
All right.
Enjoy
Alex.
the show.
Alex, number 4.
Frank Reich.
All right. Number 3.
Matt Eberflus.
Number 2.
Ron Rivera.
And number 1.
And the biggest stinker of all of them, Brandon Staley.
Cobra.
Number 5. See, I would have Sean McDermott on here, but he's 5A. He basically It depends on if he loses tonight. But for the time being, number 5 belongs to Robert Saleh.
Where has Robert Saleh touched you?
It's not Robert Saleh. I just like him. I just like him to be our defensive coordinator.
Wishful thinking. Gotcha.
Wishful thinking. Number 4 is Frank Reich.
Okay.
Number 3 is Matt LaFleur. Number 2 is Ron Rivera.
Okay.
And number 1 is Mike Tomlin.
Wow.
It's coaches have a shelf life. It's time the
surprise.
Steelers understood that and stop not going with their Steeler way dogma.
Can I make a comment?
Mike Tomlin, Mike Tomlin's expiration date has come. It's
Can I
time
make
to
a
move
comment,
on.
though? I
right,
feel like he's
go
done
ahead.
a lot with a little bit of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mean,
but again, coaches do have expiration dates. Mike Tomlin has overstayed and still neglecting to overget.
And honestly, I don't even know how good of a coach he really is because he did inherit a good team after
That's it. That's the other reason why is it's like.
And the talent stuck around for a while, and he just kept on getting more talent.
Cat and Fat Fuck stayed for the longest time.
Right.
But anyway, Ricky.
All right. So,
Number 5.
Before I start, there are a couple of people that I'm absolutely taking, looking at your guys qualifying from my list. All right. Frank Reich and Jonathan Gannon, I absolutely disqualify from this list. Only because it's their first year.
So you're going to say the same rule to Eberflus? Eberflus is his first year too.
Fine. Whatever. Kind of, in my opinion, unless the coach absolutely, Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson, Urban Meyer, or
Urban Meyer was fired because
unprofessionalism.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also don't think Vrabel's getting fired yet either. I don't think Vrabel's getting fired yet either. I think he has one more year.
But first year coaches you're going to disqualify.
Yeah, on my list anyway.
Yeah, on your list.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Ricky again.
Not gonna lie, there's a lot of guys that really deserve to be on this list,
and
there's a lot. There's probably going to be a lot of movement. I think one of my bold predictions for 2023 was this is going to be the blackest of Black Sundays.
I thought that was my pick.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
But it was one of ours.
But
that was going to be the blackest of Mondays.
So number 5. This may not happen, but I definitely wouldn't be surprised if it does happen. And it's somebody that is not on any of your lists. Sean McVay.
Yes.
All right. Ever since they won that
10%
Super Bowl, and it's not even been mentioned. He has been a sub 500 coach. He has, definitely his team is definitely going into tank mode.
I will stop you right there.
Yeah.
I will stop you right there. Reason why none of us put Sean McVay out there, he's already said this is his last season. So
has he said that?
Yes,
I haven't read it.
Yes, he has.
But anyway, so then that moves him up higher on the list. Then,
Wait. When did he say that? I don't remember hearing him saying that.
He said that in the offseason. He was thinking about it.
Yeah, we'll look it up. But anyway, so Mike Vrabel, I definitely agree with Billy. He's on the list. Not gonna lie, this is also not in order for me because there's no okay, hot seat.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
To be honest, I almost put the Rams on the list too, but I feel like it's more or less the quarterback woes. It's not really his fault that Stafford can't stay healthy.
Quarterback woes for the second year in a row.
Yeah, I know. They were hoping maybe Stafford had one more year. I'm sure that he was hoping that, but I'm hoping maybe. I don't hate the Rams.
No, none of us hate the teams we picked except for the Patriots.
Yeah, exactly. They could always
Yeah.
get a good draft pick quarterback. Who knows? We'll see. I don't think if Sean McVay's done, then he's done. But I don't think they're going to fire him.
All right. Also, I took Belichick and Tomlin off the list because they're not going to get fired.
Oh, hell no.
But they're not going to be coaching the same teams next year. Definitely, I think Mike Tomlin's contract is going to conveniently expire. And then with Bill Belichick, he's going to be traded somewhere.
Belichick has been heavily rumored to go to Washington.
All right.
Won't happen.
I don't want it to happen.
So the next...
Neither does Brittany, by the way.
So the next team that is pretty... their head coach packing. I got Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
I also got Staley of the Chargers. That's... So I have two more spots. One is definitely Ron Rivera. And then another guy.
Update. That was the rumor. He considered retirement after winning the Super Bowl last year, but he ran it back. He signed a contract extension through 2026. So I retract my statement on that.
Okay, but Ron Rivera, and actually, not gonna say, but to kind of put this guy on there. It definitely seems like they're definitely Brian Daboll of the New York Giants.
I had him and then I changed.
Yep. And this could be one of those where it's not necessarily a pink slip, but more like he writes a napkin.
Wait, you're saying he's going to a college team?
No, he's going to tell the Giants to go fuck themselves.
You're saying that there's too much higher up involvement, saying you got to go our way, and Daboll isn't liking that.
There's been a that Brian Daboll and the GM could walk, without proper, letting them actually have, control. Per se, like the ownership is just too involved, and it kind of shows like when get too involved and they don't know what the fuck they're doing,
and that's how you end up with drafting Kadarius Toney and Daniel Jones.
I was gonna say,
and a punch chair from 5
That's
points.
how you end up drafting Johnny Manziel.
Show me the money.
7 wide receivers.
Or Jamarcus Russell.
Or Heath Schuler.
The kids don't know who Heath Schuler is.
The kids don't know who Heath Schuler is. They just know him as some congressman from Washington. They don't know about those interceptions. You're welcome.
Like the only interceptions now that he has are lobbyists.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that has been our wonderful show tonight. Thank you guys for coming in and letting us be a part of your weekend. As you know, the Social Sports Pad podcast, right now we've been kind of working a little bit in working on making our big show, the live Twitch channel, shows, as well as letting our guests, our friends, kind of have a little bit of the limelight on our weekend channels. We'll definitely try and get better with those. Basically our goal with the Saturday shows is eventually where myself, Ben, and Cobra, and we actually have our guests, people that we think would be good hosts actually wind up hosting that show.
And branch out into different sports.
Not say that for the weekend.
Right. But eventually later on down the road, we'll have the Social Sports Pad podcast branch out with different shows on different seasons, different days,
different source, different things like that.
That's where I was
not gonna lie. Me as a host, I only know football.
Yes.
And the way things have been, it's only been really the Social Football podcast, pretty much.
And we need all of us, and I'm talking all of us as a collective, we do need to do our due diligence since this is our brand, the Social Sports Pad Podcast, we need to
Diversify.
We need to diversify.
expand.
I have been doing more research on hockey.
Okay, but
you know,
yeah, but I mean, definitely as we continue to grow, as we continue to evolve and change, those of you that are actually still listening to the podcast, we absolutely appreciate you. We absolutely thank you for giving us your time, your patience as we work things out.
Thank you for dealing with our chaos.
Yeah, we appreciate your support greatly. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Billy, for being guest. Ben, Cobra, thank you guys for being next to me always. And with that, from us here at the Social Sports Pad Podcast,
on behalf of Alex, Billy, Cobra, Ricky, and Ben,
we here at the Social Sports Pad Podcast would like to wish you a good night,
good week,
and always
a good season.
Good season.